50 books, brother. 50 publications of prophetic insight, spiritual guidance, scholarly depth. Yet here we sit with 847 monthly listeners and book sales that barely cover printing costs.
The music reaches hearts, I know it does. Hebrew psalms, English worship, multilingual prophecies. But the algorithms seem to bury authentic voices beneath commercial noise.
We're competing against publishers with million-dollar marketing budgets and artists backed by major labels. How does a covenant-centered creative company break through?
Because you're thinking like artists when you need to think like generals. You create from the heart, which is beautiful, but you're marketing to the void.
Sarah, we called you here because our traditional approaches aren't working, but we won't compromise our message for market appeal.
I'm not asking you to compromise. I'm asking you to be strategic. There's a difference between selling out and selling effectively.
Show us what you mean.
Let's start with the value delivery process. You've been jumping straight to step 3, trying to communicate your value to everyone. But first, we need to choose what value we're creating and for whom. Right now, you're creating beautiful content and hoping someone finds it. Instead, we need to identify who desperately needs what you uniquely offer, then craft content specifically for them.
But we write and sing for everyone seeking spiritual truth.
And that's exactly why you're invisible. When you speak to everyone, you speak to no one. Look at your analytics. Who actually engages with your content? Let me show you something interesting about market segmentation. You have 4 primary segments. Spiritual seekers, people exploring faith authentically, ages 25 to 45, higher education, questioning mainstream religion, scholar practitioners, seminary students, pastors, theology enthusiasts who want depth, cultural bridge builders, multilingual believers connecting different communities, and prophetic intercessors, mature believers seeking contemporary prophetic voices.
So we should create different content for each group?
No, we should choose which group represents your highest calling and greatest opportunity.
Michael Porter taught us about competitive advantage. What's ours in this crowded spiritual marketplace?
Exactly the right question. Porter identified that sustainable competitive advantage requires 3 things. It must provide customer benefit, be applicable across markets, and be hard to imitate. Your advantage isn't just the content, it's the integration. You're not just a publisher or a musician. You're a multimedia ministry that connects scholarly depth with artistic beauty, ancient wisdom with contemporary expression.
That's what we've always felt called to do. Bridge different worlds through different mediums.
Look at your competitive landscape. Religious publishers focus on books, Christian musicians focus on music, Bible teachers focus on video, but no one's creating integrated experiences that combine all 3 authentically.
So our positioning is...
Think of 2 axes, spiritual depth and creative integration. Most religious content is either deep but boring or creative but shallow. You occupy the space that's both deeply spiritual and creatively integrated. That's your golden position, the space no one else can credibly claim.
But how do we reach people in that space?
Through personas. Let me introduce you to 3 people who represent thousands in your true audience. Meet Rebecca Chen, 32 seminary graduate working in marketplace ministry in San Francisco. She needs resources that connect theological depth with practical application. She spends $200 annually on spiritual content and influences her network of young Christian professionals. David Okafor, 28, worship leader in Atlanta from Nigerian immigrant family. He's looking for multicultural worship resources that honor different traditions while building unity. He streams music 4 hours daily and shares discoveries with his congregation. And Ruth Goldberg, 45, former Jewish academic who found faith in Yeshua. She hungers for content that bridges her Hebrew heritage with her new faith. She's willing to pay premium for authentic scholarly resources.
These aren't generic demographics. These are real people with real needs.
And they're exactly the kind of people our content was designed to serve.
Now for positioning strategy. Porter identified 4 competitive positions: market leader, market challenger, market follower, or niche strategy.
We're certainly not market leaders in the religious content space.
But you could be leaders in your specific niche. Integrated spiritual content for educated, multicultural, bridge-building believers. We've segmented the market and identified your target. Now for positioning. How do we make you the obvious choice for this specific audience?
What does that look like practically?
Value proposition framework. First, we define your reference frame, who you compete against. Then we identify points of parity, what you must have to compete, and points of differentiation, what makes you unique. Points of parity: biblical accuracy, production quality, accessibility. Points of differentiation: scholarly depth combined with artistic beauty, multicultural perspective, integrated multimedia approach.
And our brand mantra?
Covenant Bridge.
Two words that capture our calling to bridge different worlds through covenant relationship.
It works for everything we do. Bridging ancient and modern, Hebrew and English, scholarship and artistry, different cultures.
Michael Cole, you've been trying to communicate value before choosing what value to create for whom. The market is telling you what they need. You just need to listen and respond strategically.
The VALS model. These spiritual seekers and scholar practitioners are motivated by ideals and achievement.
They're not just consuming content. They're seeking identity, community, purpose.
Show me how this translates to business results.
Phase 1. Rebrand around Covenant Bridge positioning. Develop integrated content packages. Each book comes with companion songs, study guides, and video discussions. Target our 3 personas specifically.
What's the investment?
Content integration and marketing technology. $25,000 initial investment. But look at the projected returns. 35% increase in book sales, 150% growth in music streams, and most importantly, building direct relationships with 5,000 true fans who will support everything you create. Kevin Kelly's concept: 1,000 people who will buy anything you create. For spiritual content, you need fewer fans but deeper relationships. 5,000 people paying $50 annually equals $250,000 revenue base. Year 1. Establish positioning, build email list, create integrated content series. Year 2. Expand to workshops, retreats, certification programs. Year 3. License content to churches, partner with seminaries, launch mentorship programs.
Strategic alliances.
Exactly. Partner with organizations that serve your audience, multicultural churches, theological schools, marketplace ministries. Each partnership reinforces your positioning.
Like how Patagonia partners with environmental groups.
Right. Authentic partnerships that extend your mission rather than just promoting your products.
You're asking us to transform our entire approach based on marketing theory and audience segments.
I'm asking you to honor your calling by being strategic about it. All businesses must deliver customer value while fulfilling their mission. You've focused on the mission. Now let's focus on the value delivery.
The modern approach is precision ministry. Create specific value for specific people and let them advocate for us.
I'm calling our board meeting for tomorrow. Sarah, prepare a full presentation. Quol, let's map out integrated content ideas that serve these personas specifically. We have 24 hours to design a strategy that honors our covenant calling while building sustainable ministry impact.
We won't be compromising, Michael. We'll be choosing our value, providing our value, and communicating our value to people who are desperately seeking what you're uniquely called to offer.
The market research is already done. Through every prayer request, every message from listeners, every person asking for deeper content, the audience is telling us what they need.
Covenant Bridge. I started this ministry because I believed authentic spiritual content could help people build bridges between their heritage and their faith, their calling, and their culture. Maybe we lost sight of the bridge part.
That's your vision talking, Michael. Limited focus, highlighting key values, defining your arena, long-term perspective. Simon Sinek would say you've rediscovered your why.
And our why aligns perfectly with our audience's why. That's when ministries become movements.
Tomorrow we present, but tonight we work, because if we're going to transform this ministry, we're going to do it with both faithfulness and strategy.
The value delivery process starts now.
Choose the value.
Provide the value, communicate the value. For more exciting educational content, check out Anthony.Hylton at card.co, Cold Tziyon Covenant Messenger, or Cold Tziyon on YouTube or Spotify, Anthony Hylton on lulu.com, Amazon.com, or audible.com. For more information, write mashikana at hotmail.com. Blessed is he who comes in the name of Yahuwah.
This drama illustrates key marketing strategy concepts, including the value delivery process, market segmentation, targeting strategies, positioning theory, competitive analysis, persona development, and brand positioning, all applied to a faith-based creative media company's transformation from struggling artists to strategic ministry leaders.